All right, guys, what is up? So happy to have you. It is an absolutely awesome night. Um, we're kind of just rolling with it here. Alex should be on any minute. Not quite sure where he's at, but tonight we're going to be talking all about the Sony Spider-Verse and where they're going to take it. I'm very excited to see where all of this goes because over the course of tonight, I'm going to be talking about different people who I think would be really interesting to play characters like Null, characters like Miles Morales, which we talked about Thursday. So if you want to pop off and watch that quick short video from yesterday, you are more than welcome. And then obviously come back here because I'm not going to be talking Miles Morales for quite some time. And then sorry, just pulling up some stuff. There we go. Then we're going to talk about Madam Web, the news surrounding her, and of course, all of the craziness with Black Cat and who I think should play her as well, which we talked about in a little bit more of a long form video, which you guys really seem to enjoy. Most people who came to watch it watched most of it, which was really awesome. And that's just kind of how we're going to do this from now on. It's going to be short little videos, little theories and whatnot, castings, news, breaking news when that hits, and all of that fun stuff. So without further ado, let's start talking about the awesome character of Madam Web. Now, Madam Web started off simply being this interesting mutant and character that basically was a precognitive person. She knew stuff was going to happen before it happened. She kind of existed in and out of universes in some iterations of her, and actually created the very first version of a Spider-Verse episode with Spider-Man 94. And I think that was probably the coolest part about it, was that we got to see her bring about this new idea of there's more than one Spider-Man out there. They're all around each other and just in different universes. And I think that's why people absolutely fall in love with this character, is because she is such an interesting character and an interesting style of character that you kind of have to love her. And at the same time, you kind of have to wonder what is going on in her head, because she speaks in riddles. She speaks in different like ways all the time. And that's where it all kind of breaks down. Let's talk to Alex, though. How's it going, buddy? What's
Hello.
up?
It's going good. How about you?
It's going. Definitely living the dream over here. It started. It
Started what?
was living the dream over here. It
Oh,
was
nice.
in the high 40s, low 50s today. So
Oh,
we were doing good.
that's good. It's been in the 70s here. It's getting warmer now. I'm not looking forward to that. I don't like the heat. Oh, very quick. What does your shirt say? I just see it's not a dad bod.
Should probably move out of California then.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a father figure.
Oh, I like that shirt. I like that.
My wife buys me all these amazing shirts for Father's Day and stuff every year. So
That's a good one. I like it.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you like California, I think, if you want warmer weather. Actually, it depends on where you want to go. If you want hot weather, come into Central Valley or Bakersfield or even Death Valley.
Okay.
There's a reason why it's called Death Valley. It's the hottest place in the world. California gets that place.
There.
But if you want like cooler weather, like ideal weather is Santa Barbara, where I was from. That's like ideal weather. If you want some like beaches too, but if you want a little bit warmer, Malibu, Santa Monica would be nice. and San Diego for the beaches. But if you want like foggy weather, that's also warm and cold depending on where you want to go. San Francisco would be like the Bay Area, um, would
Yeah.
be your way to go. So there's something for everyone in California of what temperature you want to be.
There you
Snow
go.
places would be Big Bear, California, Big no Big or Big Sur or Yosemite
Okay.
will be the ones where they snow. So,
Interesting.
yeah, and
I've
where
always
bears
wanted
are.
to visit California. I've never actually been out that far. Went to Vegas one time for a couple days, and that was a ton of fun.
Nice.
But
If you ever come to California, hit me up.
definitely,
Love to meet you in
you
person.
know it.
Like, oh my
That'd be
God, it's the
awesome.
father figure. People
Call
be
me the
looking at me like, what?
Mandalorian.
It's the Mandalorian King. It's the Spider Mandalorian man.
There you go. So, what do you think of Madam Web as a character?
To be honest, I don't know that much about her. To be honest, I
Net,
know who she is,
yeah.
but like by name and what she looks like. But for some reason, I don't know why. I should have. Like, I never really looked into her as a character. To be honest, it's weird.
No,
Like
I get that.
of all the characters I could have looked into, because I like looking up characters for fun. This her I never got around to for some reason.
Yeah. No, I
But
hear you.
but design wise, I could just say based on what I think, like design wise, she seems like an interesting character. Um, with it's robotic legs, right? Or is it actually her legs?
No, so she is paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
she has a degenerative disease where basically she's on breathing tubes and stuff, and that's why I kind of all the time.
hmm,
Yeah.
yeah. So she seems just at like face value, she seems like a very interesting character, and she's blind too. I think I read that somewhere or heard that somewhere.
Yep. Yeah. It's such an interesting character because like she's like the justice of spider people.
I
Like
can see
she
that.
basically I can't think of the character that we saw in the MCU that was pretty similar to her. But like I can take your powers away from you kind of deal.
Oh,
Yeah.
but can she do that?
So again, it all depends on the iteration that you kind of play around with. There's times where I've seen her basically do that, like in the 94 animated series with Spider-Man. She's like, well, if you keep this up, like you're not going to have spider powers anymore. She always kind of like speaks in riddles, and that's the interesting part of her character. Like,
Oh,
never really know what true game is.
hmm. Yeah. So I'm reading up very quickly about her, but that's cool. Talks in riddles. That's interesting. I always find like characters who speak in riddles. I know I've read some like that, but I can't remember the names on top of my head. I always find those kind of characters interesting because, like you
Yeah.
said, it's always challenging. It's always hard to figure out the true aim is, what the true motivation is, or whatnot, and everything. So it'd be interesting to see her portrayed live screen on the big screen because both as blind person and also a degenerative disease.
Yeah.
I want to see how they pulled that off and what kind of acting will need to be into that.
And
I
since they're
guess
going so young with her, that's
yeah,
my biggest um kind of weird thing.
yeah.
Like,
It seems like people just want to go younger and younger. I don't know why.
yeah.
I mean, for some characters you can't really do that. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, This because Madam Web I know is older.
Yep.
Um, so
There was a version of her in Ultimate Spider-Man that was younger and didn't have, like, still had her powers, but was able to kind of walk around and whatnot. Like, she was actually a spider person.
so
Like, she fought
would you say that
alongside.
would be for her
Um,
disease? Do you think? Is that safe to say?
I think so. I've never actually seen Ultimate Spider-Man because it came out when I was a little bit older.
Oh, you're too cool for cartoons.
So I'm too cool for cartoons, you know.
Oh, do you think they might go that route if they're doing a younger actress?
I think they should. I think it would be in to see a origin story that either happens in the past and leads us to the current timeline, or does something that allows them to, like, do flashbacks and stuff. Like, maybe Dakota Johnson isn't the only person playing Madam Web, if that makes any sense.
That makes sense. I would like to see that.
Or even because, I
But
mean, if you look at Madam Web's physique, she's pretty much covered up except for, like, her mouth. So you could easily age Dakota Johnson as Madam Web in the current time, or
yeah,
even if she's out of time. Like, that's the other interesting part.
but
Like,
would
is
you want
she?
that de-aging, or would you just want somebody who's already older?
I don't know. I feel like Meryl Streep would be a perfect character for this.
I just think you have a crush on Meryl Streep. I mean, no, I think she would be a good one too.
I just think,
Do you
like,
think?
she's the perfect age. She's the perfect physique and character. Like,
Yeah.
that's
For me, yeah, either Meryl Streep or Helen Mirren will be the
yeah.
top. They're both extremely gifted actresses, actors. I forget which is the term now. Actors or so with actresses.
I don't
Um,
know. Are you allowed to call them actresses, or is that considered? Um,
yeah,
or
I
is
know
that
it changed.
considered
I know
taking
it
it too
changed
far?
again. Let's just go with actors, I guess, right
Yeah.
now. I think they're both good, talented actors and everything, and I would be really happy to see either one of them if they ever choose them.
Yeah.
People were saying that they want Sandra Bullock,
That would be
as
interesting
Madam Web.
too. I like Sandra Bullock. She's a very good she's very good whenever she's on the screen. Like, I feel like there's
Mhm.
not a single character she's ever played that has not hit its mark.
What about there's something about Mary?
Oh,
That movie. There's something about Mary.
I have never seen that.
Oh, because she was in it. Apparently, that was one of the worst movies she's done.
I've seen her in um with Ryan Reynolds, The
Oh, The
Proposal.
Proposal. I like that movie. She did
Yeah,
good in that one.
that was good. And then you had Blindside, which she was good in. Like,
Blindside was really good. She has
she's able
range.
to do different
Yeah,
characters, and that's why I think she'd be a really cool Madam Web.
I know. Yeah, she has range. I love Sandra Bullock as an actor too. Cause she can do comedy and she can do serious roles, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the movie Heat or The Heat
Yep.
with Melissa McCarthy.
Yep.
That was a funny movie. I
Phenomenal.
like her. I love her. I love her character. Like she played it well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so right now, like I think like Helen Mirren, Meryl Streep, Sandra Bullock, really perfect for her. Um, just appearance wise and age wise.
Yeah.
Who do you think? Do you have other people in mind?
Um, besides those ones, not really. I think that kind of hits the nail on the head for me. I also think it depends on if they go young. If they were to go young and do, like, because I've said before, like, this feels like the Ultimate Spider-Man universe. It doesn't
Mhm.
feel like Amazing Spider-Man.
And then that would
So
actually work in tie into Miles, right? Because Miles is part
exactly.
of the Ultimate storyline. Yeah.
So if you go into an Ultimate storyline, you could play her young, but you could also play her older. And if you play her young, I think a really interesting character for her might even be, and I know this is like way out of the box thinking, but might be Hilary Duff.
Mm,
She's like she has range. I was watching
yeah.
her in How I Met Your Father, and I was actually kind of interested
Oh, you watched that?
in, yeah, I was watching the first 4 episodes just to see, because I love How I Met Your Mother. Like,
Yeah.
it is a
How was How I Met Your
phenomenal
Father?
show.
I was iffy on that one. On the How I Met Your Father, I thought I don't know how to feel about that, but is it good? Is it worth
It's
watching?
good. It's definitely not How I Met Your Mother. It doesn't have the same feel to it. Because obviously you don't have Barney, you don't have Robin. It's a whole different dynamic. So I have to like get a season in and be like, can I look past the fact that it's not what it was, or am I just gonna sign off? But I'm
Are
giving it
they
a
pushing
chance.
too much into the times?
Not
Like
really. They're
oh yeah,
actually doing a pretty good job of it.
because that was my worry. Because like it seemed like they'll try to do too much of what's happening, like too much like millennial stuff and everything.
Yeah. So I mean,
If you know, if
obviously,
that
it's
makes sense.
definitely 2022 in the show.
Yeah.
So it is. There is like things about it where it's like, did you have to take it there? But at the same
Yeah.
time, if you didn't take it there, it wouldn't have made sense in the context.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that fine line to tread when you're trying to do a reboot that's
Yeah.
the opposite of the original. The other one that I'm actually kind of shocked at, because the other person on the show that I didn't know was actually the older version of Hilary Duff's character, is the actress from Sex and the City, Samantha. I
She's
can't think of her
younger.
name, but
Hold on, let me look it up.
she
I
would
know
be
who
an
you're talking about.
interesting Madam Web. She has like that riddly vibe, that, and like seeing her in How I Met Your Father, it's kind of like, whoa, she
Oh,
has a lot
Samantha
more.
Jones.
Yeah, she has a
Ki-
lot more range than just
Yeah.
being the kinky, sex crazed
Kim Cattrall.
character that she was. What is it?
Yeah. Kim Cattrall.
Yes.
Yeah. 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 She could make a good Madam Web. I could
She's
see
like that
that.
perfect age level where it's not too old to kind of like age yourself out, but it's also not
Yeah.
too young to the point where it doesn't feel like the character.
It might upset fans.
Yeah.
Like why it's going younger. Like stay true to the first character.
Yep.
Yeah, she's a good actress from what I haven't really seen her movies, but I heard that she's a good actress. Good
Because
actress.
when I first heard about this, but I feel like she's a little too old to like to stick with it for quite some time. If they only did like one movie and then a little bit of a trilogy, like tie-ins and stuff. The first person I went to as an old Madam Web was the woman who plays Professor McGonagall in Harry Potter.
Ooh, yeah.
That would be interesting. She has some serious range.
Yeah, she does. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. But for all like or all choices come true, they just have a multiverse. All these actresses becoming Madam Web.
Yep. This is where it all happened first and whatnot. And Marvel's like, hey, let's just take all the fan castings. Ooh, they did it for us.
Yeah, it makes our job easier. Sorry, Sarah Haley Finn. And that's her because I see her name and like at the end of everything. She's casting. She's the one who does casting. I think. I know her
Yeah,
first name's Sarah. I think it's Sarah Haley Finn.
that sounds right.
Yeah. She's like, sorry, like we don't need you for this movie.
They already did it for you.
Yeah. We're taking the easy
Speaking of
route.
castings, what do you think of them teasing us and now kind of confirming um Iron Man to be Tom Cruise? Are you a Tom Cruise fan?
I like some of his movies. Yeah. Um, I I appreciate him for doing his own stunts and everything.
Agreed.
Um, as an actor, like some of his early films are good. Some reboots, I feel like, why do we have to have so many of these?
Yeah.
But other than that, I think he's a good actor. Not in my top
Okay.
5, but I appreciate him as an actor. He's entertaining to watch. He has range.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
he does a good job
Yeah.
of
Iron
playing
Man.
different characters while still staying in a similar genre.
Oh yeah, that is true. Like he's not like typecast or
Yeah.
permanently, but people know him as an action person.
Yep.
But like before that, he had a lot of range, which I really truly appreciated.
Yeah.
Um, like what? My favorite movie from him is. Why am I blanking out? It was with Jack Nicholson. You can't handle the truth. Is
Okay.
that? Am I thinking? Is that the actor? Oh, was he in that movie? I hope he was.
I
Um,
don't. It doesn't ring a
uh-huh.
bell.
Damn, am I
But
thinking of another actor? I hope not. Oh! A Few Good Men.
yes. Okay.
That's my favorite of all the Tom Cruise movies. That's my favorite of all. He was phenomenal in that movie, in my opinion.
Hey, I I'm a Tom Cruise fan. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like, well, I can't get past his Scientology and all that. I
Yeah,
don't really care about what you do outside of acting. Keep your job as your job and your personal life as your personal life, and I'm good to go
yeah,
with you. And he does
yeah.
a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, and
He
also
doesn't sit there
Collateral.
and go through interviews and talk about Scientology and stuff. And
Yeah,
I'm cool
as
with
an
that.
actor, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the movie Collateral with Jamie Foxx and Tom Cruise.
Okay.
Uh, have you seen it before?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. It's a good movie. Some people may say it's slow, but I think the acting there was good
Okay.
from him. Yeah, and he was phenomenal in Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
Tropic Thunder was a good movie.
I didn't even know that was him until the third time watching. I was like, wait, that's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
He was funny in that movie. But yeah,
Oh, 100%.
Him as Iron Man. That's an interesting choice because I don't know. I think 'cause I'm so used to seeing him as Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
I think he can pull it off if done right, if done correctly. If it's a different kind of Tony Stark, because it'd be weird to see Tom Cruise act the same
Yeah.
way as Robert Downey Jr. portrayed Tony Stark.
I think we have to get a totally different version of Tony Stark with
different
Tom Cruise.
personality.
Yeah.
Different personality, different mindset. Or he might still, who knows? He might be the more arrogant one. Who knows? Like
Yeah.
like a over the top Tony Stark. Maybe it's the one that didn't maybe didn't change the weapons industry. Maybe he still kept it.
That'd be
I don't
kind
know,
of
I was
cool.
thinking like maybe two different versions of Tony Stark. He's still good, but he's not doing it for the right reasons. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, like something like that. It will have to be like a completely different Tony Stark, or else it'd just be weird to see him rehashing what Robert Downey Jr. did for the character.
Oh yeah.
What about you? What do you think?
It would. I think it'd be a funny role. So I think that it'd be really interesting if they decided to go this route where they took the character and just used it as a way to please fans and then be done with it. Like 3 minutes, maybe less. And just like you go into the sees Tom Cruise as Tony Stark and he goes, that's not right. And then like Tom Cruise goes, hey, can I talk to you about Scientology and weapons? And he goes, Okay, someone needs to kill off that universe real quick.
So fuck. Like, damn it, we opened this one. We had to get the
Exactly.
Scientology, Tony Stark. Then he starts jumping on up and
Like
down on the couch. He's so happy about
I think
Scientology.
I think that's why, or that's what some of these cameos need to be. If there's going to be that many cameos, then you have to kind of play it in a way where not all of them mean something, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes
There's a
sense.
lot of people who are rumored to be in this movie, like almost all of the original Fantastic Four, a ton of the original X-Men. Like, I don't think we need that.
Yeah.
And I think that would take away from the movie being a Doctor Strange movie. I think it's literally just like, maybe it's scenes where you just kind of see these characters moving through the scene, and
Kind of
that's it.
Deadpool 2, something like that.
Yeah.
When they're talking about like, oh, like what about the other X-Men? And you see him opening the door and he's like closing it.
Yep.
Something not like that, but I'm doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think probably too much. Like, I know all these rumors and everything of people being in there, but it's like it seems like there's gonna be too much, like over the line that
Yeah.
to do like each one having like 5 minute scene or something. But yeah, I agree with you. I would like to have that would be a good way to do it. The best way to do it is like different scenes.
Definitely.
Yeah, especially with America Chavez like being able to like do it at will, being able to open portals to other dimensions and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Like them jumping through scenes.
Yeah.
So, oh, hey guys, like, hey, bye, peace.
Almost like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, when they're jumping through
Yeah.
the what were they called? Space points? Checkpoints?
Jumps.
Oh, jumps. There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like so many jumps or whatnot.
Yeah.
Which I actually found that is a very interesting way to travel through space quickly.
I know. Like, I was rewatching. I watched all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. I just finished like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I was watching them in order like every day. I think starting in like second week of January, just because I wanted to. And I remember watching Guardians of the Galaxy 1, and even more so the second one. Thinking about this is really interesting. Because when I think of space travel, I always thought of Star Wars, like hyperspace going from
Yep.
one part of the galaxy to the other. But these ports, or these jumps, they're specific to the area they're in, and you
Yeah.
have to go through one in order to get to the other side.
Which is just, it's such an interesting concept because I don't think anyone's ever done it like that before. It's always been, hey, we're starting here, we're ending here.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, they clearly like went over what that actually looks like when you go through too many jumps, and that it actually does kind of mess with you, that you can't just jump from one side of the universe to the other all at once.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't work that way.
That is true. Yeah, I was thinking like, wow. I thought it was really interesting.
Like, I wonder if that was a James Gunn thing, or if that was Kevin Feige, hey, this is how it's going to work in the MCU, make it work in your movie.
I think it might have been a James Gunn thing.
I feel like that would be the case.
Yeah, because that seems like a James Gunn thing. Not necessarily. Also, they would have done it before. Well, actually, yeah, that was actually the first space movie.
Yeah.
Technically, because Thor, even though it's space, he had a way to get from the realms.
Yeah, he basically has his own personal wormhole.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered how Captain Marvel got around so quickly. Is it because she just is that fast because of the Tesseract power that flows through her? Is it because she's using jumps? Like, we've never seen her do that, so
I think it might be because she's just that fast.
I would agree.
You know? So, but yeah, it's never really explained how she gets from place to place.
Yeah, like, and how does she find Tony? Is that just sheer dumb luck?
Yeah, I think it was. I think super speed is going through different things.
Yeah.
Just happened to find like, oh, there's a weird ship. Oh wait, there's a dude in there. Let's take this back and hope for the best that it is what Captain America is looking for.
Yeah.
It'll be fucked up. No, sorry, it'll be messed up. It's like Captain was like, wait, that's not him. Like, oh crap. Have to
Yep.
go back out in space. Or like you see the deleted scene before she brought Tony home. There's like different spaceships around the campus, the facility.
Yeah. That'd be good though. I like that.
So I'm pretty sure there's a lot of like abandoned ships in space at any given moment.
I think so. Going off of the whole space thing, I think we need to talk about Null. So I'm gonna get into this tomorrow and Sunday. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a Saturday short of Null and like everything we know about him, and basically like a 60 and 60. So 60-second videos about a character that might be coming to the Sony Spider-Verse, and just talking about like who he is, what do we know so far, and what does this mean. And then Sunday is going to be like a long form video of why is Null already in the MCU? How do we know he's already in the MCU? What Easter eggs can we expect to see in order for that to all kind of happen? But who in their right mind would be able to pull off such a character?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just looking
that
at the
is
hair.
insane.
That
Yeah.
we need somebody with luscious hair. I don't care who. I need to get hair right. Because a wig look weird. I need somebody with a massive chest and a small head. I'm just looking at the. I don't know, I'm just looking at this photo. It just looks like the head is not proportionate to the body.
Oh, not at all. Yeah.
We need someone with skinny legs. It looks like skinny arms with a big ass chest.
Yep.
Like for some reason has a, because he doesn't look like he has arm strength or leg strength, but yet everything here is like muscle.
Yeah, he's very comicized in everything every issue that you see him in. There's very few iterations of him that I've kind of seen that have been like legit.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have it.
And here's one where he's holding Miles Morales. Hi, Saturday Morning Comics. What's up? How you doing? How you doing, Cade? Want to jump on, just let Chris know or stay in the chat. We'd love to have you on.
This is the Null that I want.
Oh, damn.
Like, that is, in my opinion, one of the best versions of Null we've ever seen.
Yeah, like who could play that though? Who could pull that off?
And this is a Scon variant.
Doing good, Cade. I'm glad you're doing all right tonight.
What is up, Cade? How's it going? Cade, I was actually waiting for you to come on to show something. So we were talking about Madam Web, and Alex was saying that he doesn't know much about her. So I wanted to show off basically the version of Madam Web that I know best and absolutely want to see played out in the MCU. So here it is.
It's YouTube.
Your trivial thoughts, Spider-Man. I'm not Spider-Man. You are a terrible liar. Please, don't waste my time. What? I am not your enemy, Peter Parker. You are. Isn't it strange that with all the power you have, you've left so many of those close to you? Your Uncle Ben, Felicia Hardy, Mary Jane. How do you know about them? Come see me. Find out. My costume. How did it get on me? Good going, Spidey. You walked right into a trap. You are wrong, Mr. Parker. How do you know who I am? And how do you know so much about me? I want some answers. You will get them. Now, sit down. I'll stand, thanks. It is usually a good idea to have a seat when your world is about to be turned upside down. Whoa! You are about to embark.
So it's like a
Okay.
very bad
Yeah,
version of it, but
Based on the voice and the looks, the voice would be good for Meryl Streep.
yeah,
The look would be with McGonagall, the
yeah.
person from Harry Potter. I was thinking, it's like hearing that. It's like, I was imagining, perfect people who could play Meryl Streep's voice with the look of Professor McGonagall, Professor
McGonagall.
M.
Yeah.
McGonagall. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
those could work. So either one of them could play with a good Madam Web.
So then, yeah, I think it would be really interesting if you do go the young route, to have Dakota Johnson and then have her be the flashbacks, and one of those two actresses being the other versions.
Yeah.
Or the current timeline version.
Yeah.
So then we get into Null.
Yeah, Noel.
And go ahead.
Saying, like, I think Noel. I can't think of anyone right now who will take on him. Just the look and appearance wise. I mean, when he's somebody who looks intimidating, but also not as but also like kind of like crazy. Just looking at him.
Have you ever seen Casino Royale?
No, never seen Casino Royale.
Have you ever seen Doctor Strange?
No, I've never seen Doctor Strange. I don't even know who that is. Like, I've seen every single movie but him. I closed my eyes in No Way Home every time it came on because I didn't know who he was. So I didn't bother looking at him.
In Doctor Strange, there's a character who I think should play Null.
Is it Wong?
No.
Damn. He can play anything. Plot twist, Wong was Null the whole time.
So, Mads Mikkelsen.
That's Mikkelsen. Oh! Yes! Yeah, he can play a good Null.
I think he would be amazing for Null. Like,
yeah,
just add red eyes, and you're good to go.
Let him grow out his hair even more.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that would be probably one of the coolest castings. And I know that he's already been in the MCU, but like we're talking about Sony.
Yeah.
So we've seen Fox and Marvel have the same character, the same actor play two different characters. Yeah.
Cable and Thanos.
Yep.
Plus, this guy would be wearing makeup.
Exactly. This would be a character who's mostly CGI.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be like Venom CGI, Carnage is CGI. If you do Null, like the hair's got to be flowing consistently. Like that's not going to be able to be
And
just
waving.
yeah.
A constant fan in the wind, like near him.
Exactly. Like it's not just going to be able to sit there on his head and not do anything, and you also can't have a fan blowing his hair in every single scene. This isn't the 1980s anymore. But yeah, I think
Hi, Joe.
what's up, Joe? So we're talking about Null and who should play him in the MCU. And I was saying that I feel that a perfect character, and I know he's been in the MCU before, to play Null would be Mads Mikkelsen. I think it would be really interesting casting. And I know he's been in the MCU before, but Null is an MCU and Sony character based on what we know and based on Sony's recent word drop, not really name drop, but just saying Hive Mind in Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage at the very end. That brings Null into the Sony Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
That simply. Like,
yeah.
I think that's where it's got to go from here.
I've always had a question. I've always asked you this. You know, Noel has kind of like a little spider thing, kind of like looks like an alien, like from this Alien franchise, the facehugger thing on his chest.
Yeah.
Does that mean Venom's little chest thing comes from Noel? Because wouldn't it be kind of weird? Because didn't that already happen with Venom? With that came from Spider-Man though. So how did they ever like? They ever? Well, I'm looking at, explain that. Did they ever explain that in the comics, or did they just run with it?
From my understanding, is it's not supposed to be a spider. It's actually supposed to be a symbiote dragon, because dragons are like the darkest of the dark of characters. So it's a dragon, not a spider. The fact that it looks like a spider is just coincidence. I mean, even in this, it kind of looks like a spider, but you can see like very subtle like dragon-esque vibes. It's more of a wing than it is anything else. Even Codex on his suit is way more of a dragon.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
And I think it was more, hey, we're doing a spider, and then people are like, hold on a second. Null has no idea who Spider-Man is technically. Yeah. How would he have ever had knowledge of Spider-Man to the point where he would make his own armor out of a spider? And I think they just kind of were like, oh, no, that's a dragon. Totally a dragon.
Yeah, because from this photo I pulled up, because it looks like he's facing off with Miles Morales. Damn it. So right here we have like the dragon,
Yeah.
But at the bottom with the black symbiote Spider-Man, it looks similar.
Oh, definitely.
This one's fatter. That.
They do a good job of retconning stuff when they need to, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait. So I thought the reason why Venom had the spider was because after Spider-Man, and when Noel came, I was like, wait a minute.
Exactly. That's why Venom in the Sony verse doesn't have the spider, because he never met Spider-Man. So that's why he just has like the white veins instead of the spider.
I just thought because they didn't have the whites, but they didn't want to do it. Well, of course they had the whites, but I just thought they didn't want to do it.
I think it was a little bit of both, but I also think it was just like it didn't make sense in their context because Spider-Man didn't exist in that area or that universe or however they're going to play it.
But now I'm just thinking, if you think about it now, Spider-Man always existed then. He's a Morbius because when they have that
Yeah.
spider on the Batman on the wall. But yeah, I at first, but when it first came out, then yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I'm wondering if Morbius is going to be a part of the Broken universe and not just one universe, because like they gave us a lot of Easter eggs from each universe.
Yeah.
You've got Oscorp's logo from Andrew Garfield. You've got obviously the suit that says murderer from Tobey Maguire's. You've got Vulture from the MCU version. There's so many different Easter eggs out there that it's kind of crazy, in all honesty. Like they're doing some very interesting stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I just want the movie already. To be honest, I was like, I need answers. I need answers to questions I have. Stop teasing us away.
I'm also very curious what you think of this casting. People are saying they want Jaden Smith to play Miles Morales.
Yeah,
I'm right there with you.
I don't. He's not a good actor.
I agree.
To be honest, the Karate Kid did nothing for me. I didn't even watch. I refused to watch it because it had Jaden Smith.
I watched it and it wasn't horrible.
Yeah.
But
I watched it because I eventually watched it because it had Jackie Chan in it.
Yeah.
I like Jackie Chan.
He can only ride his dad's coattails for so long.
I know. Like, even music. There's only one song I like from him.
Great Expectations?
No. The song he did with Nicky Jam.
Okay.
Icon. It was the remix version. It was Icon remix featuring Nicky Jam. And even then, Nicky Jam is what made the song. He's a Latin artist. And he's the one that made the song better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't agree for Jaden Smith. I don't want him. He's not a good actor. He hasn't really shown us what he can do. And if they choose him, the most likely because it's Will Smith's son.
Yeah.
Hi, LP. And
What's up,
I don't
LP?
want that. I think because for these movies, you need somebody, yes, new, but you need some acting for show us what you got.
100%.
And to be honest, Jaden Smith has not really shown that. Like, nothing against him. I'm pretty sure that he tries his hardest, but he needs a little bit more work. And he has to come out with anything.
Totally agree.
This last movie, I think, was Life. What was it called? Life? The one we did with his father?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it.
Like, I didn't see it, but based on the previews, his acting wasn't there.
Yeah.
But by no means I'm an actor. Like, there's no I can't act, but like I can notice. Like,
yeah.
Like, I was thinking, like, with the photo you have in the background, it looks like the kid. Well, not a kid anymore. He's a man. From Everybody Hates Chris.
That's the other thing I saw was them using him.
I was thinking that, like, what you showed. Like, I would like to see him. Everybody who hates Chris character. I mean, he's good acting. He did good in Everybody Hates Chris. I haven't seen him in anything else, but
I saw him as a fan casting. I also saw the kid who plays him, and I actually mentioned this in my short video from yesterday. The kid who voices Miles Morales in the TV show, I like the idea too, buddy. The kid who voices him in the show is 10 years old. We're probably looking at Spider-Man 4 coming out in another 3, maybe 4 years. I don't think they're going to wait that long, but it's going to have to be staggered a little bit. Like, you can't just do another Spider-Man movie. You have to wait until it's the right story inside the MCU in order for it to make sense. And
what about this guy? Oh, I'm sorry.
So that kid would be right around 13, 14. So if they go with a young kid, he might be perfect. Who were you going to say?
Yeah, sorry, I was reading
Yeah.
Katie's comment. But yeah, what about this kid? No, I gotta stop saying that. This guy's my age. Playing this another voice actor, Naji Jeter. I probably fucked up his name. I'm sorry.
Who is it?
That's one of the Naji Jeter. Man, this
I
is
don't
one
know
of
that
the
one.
voice actors for the Marvel Spider-Man thing.
Okay. Shamik
Who's Miles
Moore
Morales?
voices him in Into the Spider-Verse, and there's
Yeah.
been talk with that turning into something that's canon in the MCU, and he looks a lot like a perfect version of Miles Morales. Like I could totally see him putting on the suit and being that Miles. Yeah.
With or without the hair?
Without.
This is him with hair.
I feel like Miles has to be short hair.
Yeah, this is
I don't know.
this is him short haired.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the other one I mentioned in that video was
it Zach Sayward or is it Jakari Fraser, the 10-year-old one?
Jakari Fraser's the 10-year-old.
Yeah, this kid.
Yep. Like he's got the Miles look. He's just so young right now. That's the biggest issue with him. Who's that?
This is Zach Seward.
It wasn't that one. I think it was Justice Smith.
He did Miles Morales. Justin Smith.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing a Justin Smith on here. There's Wade Keeling, Demetrius Stevens, Ogie Banks, and Lakin Mims. These are all these people have voiced Miles Morales.
Okay.
But maybe he's someone else that I'm not seeing.
He hasn't played Miles before. He was in Jurassic World, the second movie.
Oh wait, you mean the scientist guy?
I believe so.
Oh,
where is
that's
he?
Interesting.
It wasn't this article that I found him in. Here it is. Yeah, Justice Smith. He was in Detective Pikachu and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
Oh, that dude.
He's got a good Miles look to him. The other one I saw was from Runaways, Renzi Felice.
I see him. Yeah, I put up an article of the top 10 people who could play Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Yeah.
One of them's Caleb McLaughlin.
Yep.
He's from Stranger Things.
Okay. I've never watched Stranger Things before. I need to get caught up on a lot of other shows before I get into newer shows and stuff.
I've never seen Stranger Things, but this is what he looked like.
Yeah.
And then
he's got a good Miles look too. You have to nail the look with Miles, and you have to nail the acting.
Yeah, Jaden Smith. I just don't see it.
I don't see him as Miles.
Yeah. We have Miles Brown, whose name is Miles. He's from
there you
Blackish.
go. He gets the part.
Yeah, he's from Blackish. What do you think? I was Blackish.
I've heard great things about Blackish. I've never heard of Miles Brown, but he definitely has the look for Miles, and he's got the name.
Yeah, that's the younger brother. And there's also Marcus Scribner, who plays the older brother in Blackish.
Okay.
Could have a look there too. JD McQuarrie. Don't know who he is. Then there's also Johnny Chavis from This Is Us. Have you seen that show?
Yes. Which actor is it?
Lonnie Chavis.
Oh, the one who plays a young Randall. Yeah, I could see that. He's a phenomenal actor. That kid, even in that show, he has some range because he plays like different ages of himself, and you kind of see him grow up. And I mean, that's not easy to do. It's not easy to show yourself at like 8 years old and then put yourself in your 10-year-old body and then be like, hey, now I'm 12. Like, that's a different type of,
the maturity levels too.
Exactly.
What about,
and Miles has to grow up pretty quick based on the way that they play his character. Like, is his mom gonna die in this one? Is his dad gonna die? Are they both gonna be alive, like in the Into the Spider-Verse stuff? Like, what's gonna be that thing that pushes him to want to be Miles, other than just him getting his powers?
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see.
Because
we have another
they've
Miles.
done something interesting with Peter, so
yeah. We have another Miles, but with a Y. Miles Truitt from the series Black Lightning.
I've never seen Black Lightning, but I've always heard good things about that
Same
kid
here.
and the guy who plays Black Lightning.
Same here, yeah. And then,
I really hope that Donald Glover stays as Uncle Aaron. I think he would be such a phenomenal Prowler.
I know. I would like to see him.
Yeah.
What about Chosen Jacobs? The one who played It, who was in It? The remake?
Never seen it.
Oh. You never seen It?
I've never seen it. The biggest struggle that you face with a lot of these characters or a lot of these actors is their age.
Yeah.
Because you have to have an actor who is young looking enough to be younger than Tom Holland. And still able to be old enough to be mature enough to play Miles. Because even though Miles is still a kid, he's a very mature kid, and we've seen that in pretty much every iteration of him. He knows what's up.
Yeah, the Spider-Verse movie. He's young, but he's mature. And we also have Alex.
He has a genius level intellect.
Yeah.
Like, he's pretty smart for being a kid, like his age. Like, he's almost at the same intellect as Peter, which is saying a lot, because Peter is one of the smartest in the entire Marvel universe. Like, comics, MCU, Sony, Spider-Verse, like, he is like in the top 3, in my opinion, of smartest people in the Marvel universe.
Yeah.
So the fact that Miles can keep up with him
says something. Says a lot.
Yeah.
What about Alex Hibbert? Have you seen?
I like him. He's good.
Oh, you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I saw him in, but he's a good actor.
He's in Terminator.
Okay.
2 Judgment Day. He was in Moonlight. And he will be acting alongside. Actually, we won't get him. I think he's going to be in the MCU already. It says he's going to be acting alongside Mahershala Ali.
Oh.
No, he's not. Sorry. No, man, sorry. That's my fault. Sorry. He was acting alongside Mahershala Ali in Moonlight. Sorry, that was my bad. Sorry.
Moonlight?
My fault. Yeah, Moonlight.
The vampire movie or TV show?
No, it's a movie. It was acclaimed. It won an Oscar.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but it's good. Sorry. He acted alongside Ali in Moonlight. Sorry.
Okay.
I missed that sentence because Mahershala Ali, who was being played to life, and sorry, I read that wrong. But yeah, he was with Mahershala Ali, so he could be a good one. And there's also, man, I'm gonna fuck this name up. Masi, you're just waiting for me to fuck it up. Masio Smithly, Macchio. I don't know if you see it. M-A.
You're saying a lot better than I am.
Yeah. I would even pronounce the first name.
Maseo Smedley? I don't know.
Yeah. He apparently was in Cloak and Dagger.
Okay.
Don't know much about him. And
interesting.
They're the top 10s who they want.
Yeah. I think I'm kind of hoping that they pull someone completely out of nowhere. Like I'm really just hoping for an actor that is completely off the scene and someone who we've never seen before in a movie or anything. But at the same time, I feel like there's so many actors that we just named for Miles that would be perfect for him. And it all depends on the route they take with how old they're going to play Miles, what universe he's going to come from, and a whole bunch of other variables and characteristics of Miles's story that they need to kind of work in that thought process while they're casting. I mean, we could sit here all night long and talk about it, but honestly, I want to go watch. Yeah, I want to go watch the U.S. kick some butt in hockey. So.
Oh, you've been watching the Winter Olympics too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been
watching it pretty much every day when I don't have students in the classroom, and then during lunch we turn it on for the kids to watch and whatnot. And
yeah, I've been watching it too. Damn. Shaun White though, 4th place.
Oh, I was so sad for him.
I know. I was hoping for great things, but I'm happy with his performance. He did great. He's put a stamp in the snowboarding community. There we go. Yeah, like I was watching it like as his last one last night. I watched it live. I was like holding on. I was like, oh shit, I want to see his last performance. Like, is he gonna do well? I hope he does well. But then when he hit the wall, I was like,
and he knew it too. He knew it. I felt so bad.
He said he was feeling tired. He was feeling fast. My sister and I were talking about it. Like, he's not that old. He's 34 or 35. But in sports like that, yeah, because that takes a toll on your body, like a lot. It takes a toll and everything on your legs too. Because most of the time, your knees are bent.
A guy who's my age, 29, competed in the Pyeongchang Winter Olympics.
Ooh.
And he didn't win, but he got first place in the qualifiers. He's a aerialist style skier. So they're the ones that go off the ramp and do all the tricks in the air and land.
Oh, I watched those last night. Yeah.
Yeah. And he came in first place in the qualifiers and then like finished 9th place. So like that was a huge thing. And then his brother is in the Olympics this year. This is like they both grew up in the city that I'm from. And I actually worked with their mom at a school I used to work at. And
hook us up with an autograph.
So yeah. So they just introduced a bunch of like mixed skiing stuff. So like they did a team ski jump and they just did a team mixed aerials. And the US team included him on it and they won gold. So like that was really cool to see.
Did that just happen today?
Last night, February 10th. So yesterday morning.
It was the debut of the team. So I watched the review today.
Yeah.
Because I missed it last time. But yeah, like damn, that's cool.
I was so happy for him. I have him on Instagram and stuff, and I wanted to message him, but I'm like, no, he's gotta be cool and whatnot. And I'm sure he probably doesn't have any service out in China, or he's saving all the service he can have for talking to his parents and family.
I worked with the mom.
I met them. They're a good group of kids. They had some tragedy strike. So it was 3 boys, and their youngest brother passed away in 2017 from a heart condition that they never knew about.
Oh, that's sad.
So they have like these really awesome hoodies. I'll have to take a picture of one when it's out of the wash. But it's the Olympic rings and it has Team Lillis on it, and it's missing an Olympic ring to kind of signify that they lost one of their own, which is it's like a really cool symbol. And then on the back, it's got a picture of him jumping, but like a caricature almost, or like a silhouette. And it says "Jump for Mikey," all that kind of stuff. It's such a cool hoodie, and they do it every year.
That's heartwarming. Wow.
Yeah. But I couldn't believe it. I was like, I texted her and I said, hey, is John going to the Olympics? And she goes, no, but Chris is. I was like, no, I know Chris is, but is John going? She goes, no, he retired. I'm like, he's 29. He was in
Oh, wait,
one Olympic.
Oh,
I'm like,
you texted
come
the mother?
on. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Damn,
Yeah,
you're lucky. You know Olympians.
I know Olympians. And now I know a gold medalist Olympian personally.
Damn, you just show up in the barbecue. Hey, remember me?
Yeah. But I was like, I couldn't. I said to her, I was like, really? He's already retiring? She goes, yeah, it doesn't pay well to be an Olympian. And
No, it
it's
doesn't. Unless you have
really,
sponsors.
yeah. And he wants like a real big boy job. So he was like, I'm done. I'm out of the sport. I'll always be a part of it, but I'm not going to do it at that level anymore. And I was like, I can understand that. I mean, that's hard on the body. You're going off a jump 30 or 40 or whatever, however many feet in the air that is, and landing. That's got to be so hard on your knees and back. And I couldn't even imagine.
Oh yeah, it's gonna fuck you up a lot.
Yeah.
And like all these sports I saw, like winter, all of them are bending down most of the time.
Yeah.
Like with these giant slalom and
Yep.
everything, people like going down. Like shit, like I don't think I can do that. I'm pretty sure if I do that one time, I'm not gonna get up the next day or another week. My thighs are gonna be so sore.
Or like the biathlon, you see how far apart their legs are moving. I'm like, oh my God, I pull my groin doing that.
Yeah. Okay, you could do Chris one step. Ah, shit. I probably like my sister and I are watching like the snowboarders. Not snowboarders. It's the racing. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Have you watched those yet? My sister and I were just
I
watching
can't think
them.
of what it's cross.
Yeah,
Snowboard cross or something. Yeah.
Yeah, when they race each other. I said
Yep.
my sister and I were joking. Like I'm pretty. You know how they get some air on some of the jumps. I'll probably psych myself out if I email. I'll be like, oh sweet, I see that. Oh shit, I'm high up. Oh fuck,
what am I gonna do?
Oh sweet, I'm doing it. I'll psych myself out. Oh shit, I'm this high up. How am I gonna land?
I forgot to land.
Yeah, just forget everything.
Yeah.
But we did see someone fall down though. The team's like he face first. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That's scary.
There was one guy in the ski jump I was watching today that lost it. Like he was going perfect, and then all of a sudden you just see his body go like this, and he just like lands on his side. I was like, ouch.
Yeah. I saw another one last night with the aerials.
Yeah.
You got it. Jumped, flipped over, landed perfectly.
Yeah.
I was like, oh sweet. The judges won't count it because you flipped over. See, but that's it. He looks like he did a fancy landing though. But he didn't fall down because he did it and flipped forward and like landed again. Like, yeah.
That's when you say, I did that on purpose. That was totally purposeful.
I meant to do that.
But on that note, I got to go watch the game and spend some time with the wife. I will talk to you next week and throughout the week in our chat. See ya. It's been a pleasure.
Good night, everyone.
Have a good one, everyone.